in this dark hour of need. Light our way back home, coming in from the cold, and we'll be all set free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free.
Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is Andy. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm doing a little bit different today. See if I can. I'm just trying to get better. That's all I'm saying. So, do you want to know the secret of healthier food choices? Meal prep. Meal planning. Getting ready to do what you got to do to feed the fam and yourself, and do it in an organized, a little bit better manner than maybe you have been in the past. So I've got 8 tips to talk about with you, and then I'm going to have to stop because I got too much going on. We're doing meal prepping for a whole bunch of foster families, and so we got a lot to do this afternoon, so I can't spend too much time with you. However, I've got 8, and I've got a whole bunch of more on some websites that I found. So if you would like this info, just send me a message and say meal prep. But hold on a second. I need some grape because I need it right there. Oh, I love this stuff. My goodness. Okay, here we go. So when you want to get into the habit of meal prep, and you want to make things more nutritious so that you can be healthier, so that you can lose some weight, whatever you'd like to do, and save a bunch of money, that's for sure. My wife and I learned that. We already knew, but it was just compounded that we learned how much money we could save by not eating out as much. Now, it's just she and I at the house, and I would love to treat her to dinner out, and then we would get going, and we would eat out so many times in a week. Before long, it got to where we just didn't want to eat out anywhere because it was all the same thing. And I know that some of y'all can't believe that, but I'm just telling you the way that we ended up doing stuff. So when COVID hit, that was actually a blessing to us that we started eating in more often. And we would choose healthier things, and my beautiful wife would cook for us, and that was a great thing. I love to cook. I just don't have the time sometimes, or honestly, I would rather cook outside, whether that's smoking or grilling or whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness. If there's a fire, I'm there. All right. So here we go. Number 1, talk with your family. Find out what everybody's favorite meals are and maybe do some planning around that. And find out maybe while you're talking with them if there's something that they would like to try. And you can kind of lean that towards the healthy side, or if if it's going to be one of your cheat meals, I don't necessarily say it that way, but if it's going to be one of the 80%, 20% thing, if it's going to be one of your 20% meals, do something that's maybe not so healthy, but it's fun. Maybe something that's got a creamy sauce. Who knows? All right. Number 2, research healthy recipes. How about if I move this so it's closer to the camera and I'm not looking so far over? Okay. Research healthy recipes. Intentionally insert dishes made with veggies, fruits, and grains. Now, you may remember last week I talked about replacing some starches with cauliflower. You can learn how to either rice cauliflower yourself or buy cauliflower rice. Or, of course, spaghetti. Instead of spaghetti or pastas, you could do zucchini or spaghetti squash or any of these other veggies that would do that job great. By the way, I love chicken parm, but I found out some friends of mine actually made some eggplant parm one time and invited me over. Oh my goodness, that was so good. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, make meal planning exciting. For example, you could do meatless Mondays. You could do taco Thursdays. We would all say taco Tuesdays, right? Fried chicken Fridays, whatever you want to call it. So your family has food traditions to look forward to. This makes meal planning easier to predict, too. All right, number 4, start small. Whipping up dinner is good for 2 or 3 days a week. Should be a good place to begin for meal prep at home. So in other words, if you only have the fridge space, for sure, but if you can only plan for 2 or 3 meals in advance, that's a good place to start. So as you're buying the food and everything like that, and then that's going to fall right into this next step, which says, number 5, dedicate days in the week for meal prep. Identify the day for planning the menu, shopping for ingredients, and for cooking. Well, we used to do that in a different kind of way. We would buy all the meats and everything that I would grill or smoke or however you want to call it. And then we would cook. Of course, there's no need starting a fire for one hot dog, right? Oh my goodness, we would cook hamburgers and hot dogs and sausage, and then after we got all that done, we would throw something on there to smoke for a long time, like a roast or whatever. So then we've got enough meat to go with several meals, and you just freeze it into individual serving sizes. Get some freezer bags or whatever, or if you want to make a whole meal, plate it up, fridge it, however you want to do it. Number 6, stock up on the staple ingredients. This makes food shopping less frequent and a lot less cheaper as well. So, and the reason why they say it's cheaper, for example, is because instead of going to the convenience store on the corner, then you're going to the grocery store and getting everything you need at one time. So you're not making less quick trips to the corner store. Now, of course, in Nacogdoches, we don't necessarily have that problem because everything is so close. All the way across town is only 2 or 3 miles, right? Anyway, all right. Number 7, automate breakfast. Overnight oats. You can have cereals, fruits, and granola are no-stress breakfast ideas that you can incorporate on a daily basis. Now, I've never had overnight oatmeal or overnight oats or whatever you want to call it. I hear people like it. Fortunately for me, breakfast, since it's just Sharon and I, breakfast for me is a great meal replacement shake that I make up, and then I have a side of either fruit or uncooked oats goes in the shake, and it is delicious. Now, my beautiful bride will often eat something on the go while she's traveling. She has a 30-minute commute to school. So that works out breakfast for us. But if you're in one of those situations where you can't do that, then consider an overnight meal. Now, let me talk to you about it for just a sec. A lot of times people think that they'll just have cereal or a Pop-Tart or a piece of fruit. Well, if you keep in mind your macros, then you're going to start with more energy and you're going to build your fire inside your body a little bit stronger. If you remember a macro plan, whatever your plan is, for me, it's 45% of my meal is going to be good carbs, 30% of my meal is going to be good protein, and 25% of my meal is going to be good fats. So if I keep that in mind, then I'm stoking a fire that's going to cook. And we know what cooking fires do. They burn things like fat. Anyway, so as you're thinking about your breakfast plan, think about how you're going to get your proteins in there. You want 1.5 times. Basically, if you go back to that ratio I just said, you want 1.5 times more carbs than you do proteins. And you want both of those to be good, right? Okay. So we're talking about breakfast. All right, here we go. Have enough containers. Keep food by portion size while following proper storage to prevent spoilage. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can get, even if you want to go with the disposable containers, you can get plate-sized, smaller plates, of course, now that we're trying to all be healthier, right? You can get plate-sized containers so that you've got room for your protein and then 2 sides, however you want to do that. And then, since you're doing it all on the same day, make up your whole container, close it up tight, air seal it, and then put it in the fridge. And you're set to go, and then you just heat that dude up. Okay, I am stopping there. If you would like this list, I've actually got it. I'm sorry, I can't show it to you. I've actually got it in a 8-page PDF presentation. Like you're going to do a slideshow for the family. This is it, and point to it anyway. But I've got this as well as, like I said, some links to some great other meal prep sites for you. If you'd like it, just send me an email message or a direct message or Facebook whatever. Give me a message that says meal prep, and I would love to get this to you. By the way, people have asked me, Andy, what are you doing all this stuff talking about getting fit, getting healthy? What do you mean you're doing a challenge? Yes, I'm doing a challenge. We're going to start preparing for it here in the next week. And then we will start the challenge on January 4th, the first Monday in January, the first Monday in 2021. Woohoo, 2021. Now, if you would like to be a part of the challenge, or if you have more questions about the challenge, send me a message. I do direct messaging very quickly because I can do it on my phone, I can do it on the computer, do it on the tablet. So anyway, send me a message. I would love to talk to you about that. If you want this, send me a message about meal prep. If you want that, send me a message about challenge. Tell everybody you know that you love them. Oh my goodness, more and more people. Please just remember that. Tell everybody you know you love them. And if you have anybody that you need to help, man, help them out. They could use it. All right, be blessed. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to give you some look at you now. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Be blessed. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.